Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today we're continuing to make decks led by the legends from the Final Fantasy set. I want to finish up this series before the end of the year so that come January I can focus on Lorwyn. Leading today's Bracket 3 Commander deck is Emet Selch of the 3rd seat. Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Emet Selch of the 3rd seat is a 4-mana, 3/4 legendary Elder Wizard who makes spells we cast from our graveyard cost 2 less to cast. Additionally, whenever one or more of our opponents lose life, we may cast target instant or sorcery from our graveyard. If we do, as that spell resolves, we exile it instead. Also, we may only do this once per turn. Emet Selch is the leader of the Ascians, that ancient race who has manipulated history from the shadows. Their machinations have led to multiple cataclysms, and pulling the strings from behind the shadows for millennia is none other than Emet Selch. He's arguably the best villain in any Final Fantasy series because, like all great villains, he is convinced he's a hero. After all, the dregs that call themselves humans are nothing but fractional remnants, not even truly alive. So what if I kill millions of them? Now, yesterday we had a budget deck, so for today I wanted to have a high-powered deck. We will have some infinite combos and some win cons that will end the game suddenly, violently, and all over the place. Apologies to your wallet and your playgroup. But before we get to our deck list, a quick word from our sponsor, Ultimate Guard. I know I'm sponsored, so you may not believe me, but Ultimate Guard katanas are the best sleeves on the planet. They have gorgeous colors like these white ones, are durable and long-lasting, and an absolute joy to shuffle. Let Ultimate Guard protect your cards with katanas. Pick yours up today at your local game store, or order them on Amazon. Link down below. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Oh, one more quick announcement before we get started. I'm streaming on Gaming with Danon as well as Twitch. Sometimes I'm building commander decks. Other times I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV. But you're more than welcome to pop in and talk about Commander. Honestly, about half my streams are talking about manga, anime, or Commander. Our land base consists of Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Polluted Delta, Flooded Strand, Bloodstained Mire, Scalding Tarn, Marsh Flats, Watery Grave, Morphic Pool, Shipwreck Marsh, Drowned Catacomb, Undercity Sewers, Ice Tunnel, Contaminated Aquifer, Sunken Hollow, Fetid Pools, Tainted Isle, Gloom Lake Verge, Darkwater Catacombs, Sunken Ruins, Underground River, Clearwater Pathway, Choked Estuary, Dimir Aqueduct, Bajuka Bog, 5 Islands, and 5 Swamps. A pretty straightforward mana base. Nothing too surprising. For mana ramp, we've got Bontu's Monument, Dark Ritual, Primal Amulet, Peregrine Drake, Isochron Scepter, Dramatic Reversal, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Talisman of Dominance, Dimir Signet, Mind Stone, Felwar Stone, Thought Vessel, Chromatic Lantern, Decanter of Endless Water, and Thrawn Dynamo. Yes, we have some infinite mana combos in the deck. How else are we going to power our game-ending spells? Our card advantage package consists of Windfall, Frantic Search, Secrets of the Dead, Vohar Vidalian Desecrator, Forbidden Alchemy, Attunement, Archmage Emeritus, Demonic Tutor, Consider, Hostile Negotiations, Pull from Tomorrow, Dire Sight, and Seagate Restoration. Lots of ways to dig through our deck and find answers. For interaction and spot removal, we've got Counterspell, Withering Torment, Negate, Feed the Swarm, Narset's Reversal, Hero's Downfall, An Offer You Can't Refuse, Fierce Guardianship, Unwind, Rewind, Mystic Confluence, Soul Shatter, Wash Away, and Curtain's Call. Some counter magic and some spot removal, expected for our color identity. Our board wipes consist of Toxic Deluge, Cyclonic Rift, and Aetherize. About what you'd expect for this deck. To help us deal damage and trigger our commander, we're running my Scornful Striker, Psychosis Crawler, Painful Quandary, Disciple of the Vault, Retreat to Hagra, Fate Unraveler, and Underworld Dreams. For token generation, we've got Talran Sky Summoner, Sedgemoor Witch, and Murmuring Mystic. For Spellslinger support, we've got Professor Onyx, Chain of Smog, Swarm Intelligence, and Deadeye Navigator. Our flashy win cons consist of Exsanguinate and Torment of Hailfire. Finally, as backup win cons, we're running Laboratory Maniac and Jace, Wielder of Mysteries. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 52 mana sources split between 35 lands, 16 pieces of ramp, and 1 MDFC. Not too shabby. 13 pieces of card advantage, 14 pieces of interaction, 3 board wipes, 1 piece of graveyard hate in Bajuka Bog, 1 sudden I win card in Seagate Restoration. Okay, but you can't draw your whole deck with Seagate Restoration and win with a Lab Man effect, Danon. You can only draw cards equal to the number of cards in your hand plus 1. Correct, dear viewer, but what if we have a Swarm Intelligence? And our commander allows us to cast spells from the graveyard. So all we need to do is cast it twice in one turn and Swarm Intelligence will do the rest. Good thing we've got lots of ways to generate extra mana. Okay, let me explain the infinite mana for you new viewers. If we soul bond Deadeye Navigator to Peregrine Drake, we can flicker Peregrine Drake for 2 mana. Then, when it enters, we untap 5 lands. So we net 3 mana every time we flicker him. The other combo is Isochron Scepter and Dramatic Reversal. We imprint Dramatic Reversal onto Isochron Scepter, then tap enough mana rocks to at least generate 3 mana. We spend 2 of that mana to activate Isochron Scepter, untapping it and all of our mana rocks. We then repeat this process as many times as we need to generate the necessary mana. But going back to the Seagate Restoration question, let us assume that as we cast the first copy, we have 5 cards left in hand. That means we draw 6 cards. But with Swarm Intelligence on board, we have a copy of Seagate Restoration, so we now draw 12 more cards. We then somehow deal damage to our opponents and can cast Seagate Restoration from our graveyard thanks to our commander. The next copy draws us 24 cards, and the last one draws us 49 cards, bringing our total cards drawn up to 91. So long as all of this happens after turn 2, we just won the game. Assuming Labman or Jace are still on board as everything resolves, of course. Do you have an Emet Selch of the 3rd Seat commander deck? What's your secret deck tech? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. You can have a video made or just ask for help building or tuning a deck list. I also want to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons. Waffles, Jariah, Muffins, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Alex, Borgie, Conga, Robert Pye, Kazaris, Patrick, Tiz, Art, Richard Sint, Boomy, Osira, Justin Goldenwalker, Captain Hammer, Selch, Mr. Salty, and Daniel. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.